Scott. I'm the Assistant Director of the Fair Housing Action Center. The Fair Housing Action Center is a private nonprofit, and our mission is to eradicate housing discrimination. Under the Fair Housing Act, it's illegal to discriminate in housing based on race, color, national origin, religion, sex, family status, and disability. We asked you here to tell you about a lawsuit we filed today in the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Louisiana against the Housing Authority of the City of Bossier. The lawsuit alleges that the Housing Authority violated federal law when it repeatedly refused to address the complaints of a female tenant, Ms. Shamika Banks, who was sexually harassed by a maintenance worker employed by the Housing Authority. Our investigation and an investigation by the Louisiana Department of Justice indicated that the same maintenance worker had also sexually harassed several other female tenants in the past. Detailed information about the complaint is included in your press release. Our agenda is as follows. First, I'm going to introduce one of the attorneys working on the case, Shermel Golden, to present the facts of the lawsuit. We'll then hear some remarks from Ms. Banks about why she chose to come forward. And then I'm going to speak for a moment about why we think this case is so important. And then I'm going to turn it back over to Ms. Golden to take some questions if you have them. So to get started, I'd like to introduce you to Ms. Shermel Golden, who is one of the attorneys that's working on the case.
My name is Shermel Golden. I'm the Executive Director of the Fair Housing Center and one of the attorneys on this case. Everyone deserves to feel safe in their homes. The Housing Authority of the City of Bossier has systematically fostered an environment that allows for sexual harassment and puts female tenants at risk for sexual assault. Shamika Banks moved into Hall Park, a unit of the Bossier City Housing Authority, on February 2008. November 2008, Ms. Banks made requests to have a sink in her unit repaired. The Housing Authority sent over their employee, Danny Smith, who subsequently assaulted Ms. Banks. The Housing Authority employee, Danny Smith, indicated to Ms. Banks that reporting this would go unchallenged. Ms. Banks warned him that this behavior was unacceptable, but continued to live in Bossier City Housing Authority. Ms. Banks was sexually harassed on multiple occasions by Danny Smith, a maintenance worker employed by the Bossier City Housing Authority. The Housing Authority delayed meeting with Ms. Banks when she reported the issue and continued to send Mr. Smith to her apartment. Ms. Banks had to file a temporary restraining order in order to stop this harassment. There was a subsequent incident where Ms. Banks requested repairs to her unit. Mr. Smith, again, an employee of the Housing Authority, was sent and this time assaulted her by grabbing her buttocks. Ms. Banks asked him to stop the behavior, told him she would report him, and he explained, "Where are you going to go?" She then followed proper procedure by reporting the matter to the Housing Authority, but was unable to meet with any Housing Authority executives until days later. She had to turn to the Bossier City Police to get the TRO, but couldn't rely on the Housing Authority that was supposed to protect her and that was providing shelter. The Housing Authority refused to change the locks on Ms. Banks' unit or to fire Mr. Smith. Though the Housing Authority banned Mr. Smith from her unit, he continued to threaten Ms. Banks and her children. An investigation by the Fair Housing Action Center and the Louisiana Department of Justice revealed that multiple female tenants had been harassed by Mr. Smith since the 90s, and that the Housing Authority was aware of their employees' behavior. The result of the Housing Authority's negligence has been catastrophic for families that were working hard to improve their lives. The Housing Authority had the responsibility to make sure employees they were sending into female tenants' units were not sexually harassing them, nor had a criminal history. The purpose of this lawsuit is to make sure that the Housing Authority should pay damages and apologize to Ms. Banks and other female tenants of Hall Park who lived in fear of assault. and that policies, including background checks and grievance procedures to prevent this from happening ever again.
The reason I came forward is because I was violated in my home. The one place that I called my safe haven. I came forward because I have a daughter that I must set an example for, and that I have sons that are soon to become men that I have taught to respect themselves as well as others. I came forward to make a statement. I came forward to tell my experience.
We filed this suit today because everybody deserves to feel safe in their own homes. The actions of the Housing Authority and Danny Smith made families feel unsafe in their own homes over the course of many years. The Housing Authority is liable because it turned a blind eye to the fact that its own employee was endangering its tenants. It refused to take action to prevent further harassment or respond to tenants' needs after harassment occurred over the course of many years. The result of the Housing Authority's negligence has been catastrophic for families that were working hard to improve their lives. Ms. Banks and her children have suffered from severe emotional distress. Due to the extreme stress caused by the fear of further assault, Ms. Banks suffers from severe depression, anxiety, and insomnia. We hope that through this lawsuit we can make sure that this never happens again to any other family, and that once again all families in this community can feel safe in their own homes.